Hey guys, Connected Textures here. It's been a while since I've been in the calculator world, but I'm back to explain what the number shift does. So what exactly is the number shift? Well, it's that thing there. Alright, bye. Huh, no, I'm just kidding. The purpose of the number shift is to move the number from one place value to the next and to the next. So for this number that I've typed 157, the number shift's job is that when I type 1, it goes into the ones place. Then when I press 5, it moves 1 into the tens place and inserts 5 where 1 was. Then it repeats that again, moving 1 to the hundreds place, moving 5 to the tens place, and moving 7 into the ones place. Now I know that this looks like a bunch of redstone that's just been smushed together, but the theory behind this thing is actually quite simple. The only reason why it looks like this is because I've tried to make things, I wouldn't say compact, but smaller. Yeah, I'm not winning any awards here. So thinking back to that first video in the series, one of the sections was memory. The idea of giving it a temporary input, turning that input off because it's temporary, but the system remembers it. It's like a bucket. You can turn the hose on and you can turn the hose off. And after a while the water's gone. But if you put a bucket underneath the hose, you can turn the hose on and you can turn it off, but that water is kept in the bucket. The bucket has, quote unquote, remembered that there's water there. It's like that, but with signals and stuff. So I give it an on and I take the on away, but the system remembers that there's an on in there. So it keeps that on. Okay, I'm going to go a little less scripted here now. And probably going to have a little bit different tone of voice because of that. And I'm also playing in a weird way because I got a new microphone. So, this first section here represents the ones place. This is the tens place, and then up here's the hundreds place. So as the blue gets darker, the numbers get higher in value. Each of these strips represents a number value, starting from 0 to the left and ending with 9 at the right. I've cleared out my previous inputs. So as you can see, all of these lines here are turned off. They're off because they're not bright red like these are. Don't worry about the signals past here. That's going to be either a later part in this video or in another episode, depending on how long this part runs for. I'm not sure yet. So, these are off. These are all off. There's nothing in the system that's not 0. In computer terms, it's null. As of right now, there's nothing in the system, not even a 0. Because if there's a 0, this line would be lit up. So once I press a button on the keypad, signal travels down one of these wires. Let's say I press 1. It comes in here, and first it turns on this white line. Now this white line activates the shifting portion. So the last thing it actually does is put the number in the 1 spot. But I'm going to work in reverse. So it comes down, and it puts the number into the 1 spot. That's great. So now we have 1, nothing, nothing. And that means it's just nothing, nothing, 1 on the display. There's not zeros there. It's just nothing, nothing, 1. So what comes after that, let's go with the number 1, 2, 3. I press 2. Now I'm going to go in order. I press 2. The first thing that happens is this white line gets triggered. Then it goes back here. It does not activate this because this block separates it. It goes back here. It comes up this way, goes up here, goes into here. All right. So what all of this does is clear it out. So now you can see how this one's lit up, right? And theoretically, yeah, we'll have a 2 in the hundreds value. But then I can press this button, and that 2 is gone because I've cleared it all out. And that's what the first step is. It clears it all out. Then it moves what's been below up. Then it clears it out. Then it moves what's been below up, and then it clears it out. So, speaking in reference of pressing a 2 after a 1, the one that's in here, first that clears nothing, meaning nothing, so nothing happens there. Clears nothing, nothing, so nothing's there. Opens this up, the 1 moves upwards, so now we have a 1 here and a 1 here. Then it clears this out, so there's a 1 here and a nothing here. Then it inputs the 2. So now we have 1, 2. Then I press 3, and the same thing happens again. It clears nothing, it pushes the 1 up, so now it goes 1, 1, 2. Then it clears the 1 out. The 2 comes up, so now it's 1, 2, 2. Then it clears the 2 out down here and lets the 3 in. So it goes 1, 2, 3. If that was hard to follow, I'll have a graphic up on screen after this. The user first presses 1. The highest place value, the hundredths digit, is cleared. Then, the tens digit is copied into the hundredths digit, but they're both blank, they're null. Then, the tens digit is cleared. Then, the ones digit is copied into the tens digit, and the ones digit is cleared. The user inputted number, in this case 1, is then copied into the first digit, the ones place. The user then presses the next number, 5. Again, the hundredths place is cleared, the tens place is copied into the hundredths place and cleared, and then the ones place is copied into the tens place and cleared. Then, the user inputted number is finally moved into the slot. Then, the user presses 7. Hundredths place value is cleared, tens place is copied to the hundredths place and cleared, ones place is copied to the tens place and cleared, and the user inputted number is moved into the ones place. And that's how the number shift works, in a more simplified animation. I'm going to simulate pressing 1, 2, 3. It's not even really a simulation, because I've just moved the input from down here to here. So that's just if the keypad was laid out, and for a while when I was testing it, this is how I had the keypad laid out. From left to right here, before I moved it up to where the main controls sit now. So, I hope you'll be able to see what happens. If I'm smart, I'll be able to slow down the video and then explain what's happening. So, that'll be fun to see if I can do. I'm now going to press 1, 2, and 3. I've moved the buttons from down here to here, just so I'm closer to the redstone to be able to show it off. Alright, so in goes a 1. Did you see it go boom, boom, boom? It's going to do that every time, no matter what button I press. And that, you saw it unlight. That's because it moved from there up to here. And the 2 that was being pressed moved into there. So it's 1, this is 0, remember. So it's 1, 2, 1's here. So instead it went from 1 moved up, 2 came here. If I press the 3, we should be able to see it happen again. It moved up again. 1, 2, 3. And in fact, you can even see on the screen how it moves the numbers up and then clears them. So let me clear entry. So cool. And I'll do 1, 2, 3 from up here. 1. And I'll do a 2, and for a brief second I believe we're going to see 2 1s on the screen. Yep, now 2. Then 3. Did you see how it went? It copied it. So it went 1 to there, clear it, 2 to there, clear it, 3 is inputted. If I keep pressing more buttons, it's going to overflow. But it's still fun to watch. Then 4 moves into its place. Then 5 moves in. And then 6. And then so on and so forth. I'm going to clear all because overflowing it does weird things sometimes. Overflow means is I put in a number that's bigger than what the input can handle. So it can only handle 999, and I put in like 123,456, and that's a lot more than 999. So let me give it a clear all instead of a clear entry. If you have any questions about what I've done in the video, which you probably will because I'm not that good at explaining things, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Also, there is going to be more of this series, so subscribe for that. I've been Connected Textures. See you in the next one.